Shalom, giving all praise, excuse me. Shalom, Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shai Bashem Rukakudah. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video Drunk or Drunken or etymology. The word for today is drunk or drunken. Jeremiah 51:7. I was just watching this video and I got up to 3 minutes, about the 3 minute mark right here. Put up by GMS Info Doc Channel 12. I didn't even watch the whole video, but the Apostle Ramlav had mentioned this. He did this video because he's watching another video that was featuring that featured Manatazak from the camp, the main camp, one of the bishops, and this was when he was in New York and with damn, I can't even remember the brother's name. I feel so bad. Amawan Gabar. Because Gabar, I think of Gabar, and there's a bunch of brothers with the name Gabar, so I get Barak Gabar, Yahweh. So I say Gabar come to my head, and I'm thinking of 3 and 4 different individuals. Anyway, so this was Manatazak by Amawan Gabar, and I was watching some of their video as well. And so coming back to this video, confusion, which the word Babylon, the word Babylon means confusion. If you look it up, should be in the Greek and the Hebrew. Let me do this. Okay, Babylon. Matter of fact, let me go to Revelation 17. I'll go to 5 and the King James. Try it again. So I wanted the word Babylon. Excuse me. It's from the Greek. You gotta go
Strong's G 897. Babylon. Babylon.
Babylon, which is the Greek way of saying Babylon, which is in the Hebrew. See, that says of Hebrew origins. So there's really no such word as the Greek Babylon, which means confusion. But it's the Greek way of saying it. Like Japanese, Spanish-speaking people would say Japón or Japonés. So there's really no Spanish word for it, but that's how they would say Japanese. So you get what I'm coming from. Babal, of Hebrew origins, H8894. Babel, Babel, or Babylon, confusion, by mixing. This is also known as a great melting pot. Babel or Babylon, the ancient site and or capital of Babylonia, modern Hela, situated on the Euphrates. But we know that that's not, Revelation 17 is not talking about that Babylon? Excuse me. Showing you once again, these so-called scholars, they don't really understand. They don't understand the prophecies. They really don't. They don't understand Revelation. Trust me. I mean, they understand it because they watch us. Okay. So now we know that the word is confusion. You know what? Let me do this. Isaiah 24 and verse 10, I believe. Now this word, it says city, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. This is talking about Babylon the Great, but I already know that this word confusion, when I click on it, it's not going to give me the word Babel. It's going to give me another word. But we know that this is talking about Babylon. The city of confusion. The word is Thahawa or Tuho. Tuho. Formless confusion, unreality, chaos. Ooh, wasteland because it's going to become a wasteland. Wilderness because it's going to become a wilderness. Place of chaos. That which is empty or unreal. This place is going to be empty. Formless confusion, unreality, emptiness, formless nothingness, empty space. And this is going to happen to Babylon the Great after the fire hits it. Vain, right? Vanity, confusion, without form, a wilderness, naught, which is nothing, nothing, it will become nothing, the biggest desert on the planet. Empty place, waste. I always compare Babylon the Great to a Tesla, because once a Tesla gets caught on fire, you can't build it back up. You got to get rid of it. You can't say, well, let me take it to the shop. It's done, because that fire cannot be quenched. Got to go out on its own, pretty much. Give me a second. Forgive me. So even though this word in Jeremiah, I'm sorry, Isaiah 24:10 is not the same word, it means the same thing. Babylon after the fact, after the fire hits it, from an unusual root meaning to lie waste. So if somebody says, well, this is not the same Babylon, it's a different word. Yes, it is the same Babylon, even though it's a different word. The city confusion. Let me go back to the word. H84:14. It says waste. This is after the Joel. What is that? Joel 2. Matter of fact, let me go to that. Joel 2. What's the future of the USA? Babylon, aka Babylon the Great. The biggest wasteland, the biggest desert on the planet. Okay. Right, it says a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness as the morning spread. Okay, a fire devoureth. I can bring my list out on flame and fire. Yeah, I love that. That's my favorite list right there. That's my go-to list. A fire devoureth before them, meaning before the missiles hit. There's fire coming to this place. This is what John saw in Revelation 9. And behind them, once the warhead does its damage, what's left behind? And behind them, a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden, meaning there's life on the land. Eden means joy. It says the land is as the Garden of Eden, or a joyful place. Before them and behind them a desolate wilderness. That's going to take some years for the smoke to clear. The fire will not be quenched. It's got to burn out on its own. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them. And nothing shall escape them. Anybody that's here on this soil, they're done. Animals, the wild desert-like creatures are going to come after the smoke clears. Scholars not going to tell you this. Christian scholars not going to tell you this, because that would be the unthinkable to them. Okay, so now let's come back over here. So I'll let you listen to a little bit of it.
See, let me just type in Armad. Let me see what comes up with that. Right here, Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand. That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Meaning they're bugged out and they're also pissed off. We look up this word mad, right?
Right, he's going to go into it. Mad meaning you bugged out, you're crazy, you belong in a crazy house. And also when you drunk, I'm going to go into these, all the scriptures that, back up this word, drunken, or drunk. And get somebody drunk and intoxicated, you can, like they go to the party, they get drunk, and they do crazy shit, and the woman is, their wife is mad for what they did. He said, what did I do? I didn't do nothing. Yeah, because you was drunk. You didn't know what the hell you was doing, and we got it on film. You put the the lampshade over your head. You took your pants off and shit. You tried to hump on my girlfriend when a boyfriend was there. He was gonna shoot you, you know. So this is the job of, as it's going to say in this particular video right here. This is the job of the wicked to make the whole planet, all the nations drunk. That's why you have a democratic system of voting, because they convince the world through their wine that this is the best way to have, and you see it corrupt. That democratic system, that voting system, is corrupt as hell. The only ones that become governors and presidents and mayors and top are rich people, and then their son become the next. You know, they all just like the Roman Empire. The Caesars of the Roman Empire, they were all related to each other. They were either stepsons, son-in-laws, nephews, sons. They were all Vespasian. His two sons ruled back to back. Same thing with the presidents. The presidents are all related one way to another. One way or another, they're related. They keep it in that club. The next president, if this place was to go the next 50 years, the next president, the next president, the next president after that, they're either going to become, they're formally a governor, a mayor, a congressperson, a senator, the son of a president, or grandson of a president, or somebody that they may pick, an unknown person, but they groom this guy to be the president. So they control this shit. So you Negroes that go out there and vote, first of all, you're the stupidest people in the world. That voting didn't get your black asses nowhere. And Esau's beginning to find that out. And see, Esau, they're basically a bunch of zombies. They don't know what's going on. That's why they want Trump back in, because they don't realize that this is a rigged game any damn way. Nobody's elected, they're selected. And see, we can do this because we go through the scriptures. Okay. All right, let me let you listen to some more.
No, because that's how we do it here through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Now Shai. The word is halal, and you got the halal meat, mad meat, to shine of the Most High's favor. That's one way of looking at it. To flash forth light, to praise, boast, be boastful. Be boastful, boast. Let's see.
So he's reading the definition of mad.
Right here. To make a fool of, make into a fool, to act mad.
Right. When you intoxicate somebody with wine or liquor, and you want to make them look like a fool, you get them drunk. Hey, you want to loosen up a chick? You get what do you loosen up with you loosen her up with a little bit of liquor, and you let her know. You say, "Come on, get some liquor so you can loosen up." Then they're open. That's a fact. That's a straight up fact. You know. Anyway, that's what they did. They got them drunk with the Babylon juice, and then when they were drunk, you know. You can get somebody drunk and say, "Can I have $1,000? Yeah, you can have $1,000. Then you say, "I never said I was going." Like I on film, I asked you for. Yeah, but I was drunk, and that's how they got these people. Hey, I'm thinking about Africa. I've been doing a little bit study on Africa, and now at one time, Islam was the number one religion out there, and then Christianity was just close second. But now. Christianity is a first place, and Islam is a close second. Which that Christianity, when I say Christianity, I'm talking about Renaissance Christianity, plantation Christianity, set up by Esau, the Edomite, and then Islam, which are the Arabs, which Africans are not. And you don't run into certain Africans here in America. If you live in the city, they're either one or two things. They're either Islamic or Christian. And you can't tell them they're not Islamic and Allah's not the way. They'll kill you. You can't, They're brainwashed. They're fucked up in their head. And all this madness concerning vocab saying, well, Christianity was in Africa. Yeah, the white man's Christianity. That's why they women want to get their hair bleached blonde, and they want to bleach their skin. And the Moabites coming in there and marrying Moab, falling in love with Ammonites. That's that drunkenness, you know, which is gonna make thee mad, make you believe anything. We look at you people like you're fucking crazy. Ain't nothing gonna pan out with Bishop and they going over there in no goddamn Africa, man. Their heads are all fucked up. Let's listen to some more.
Madly act like a madman. So they're looking like fools, acting like madmen, and they're also pissed off because they found out that drinking this cup and partaking in the devil's
well, let me look up the word mad myself. Okay, Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. I'll look up the word mad. Mothers against drunk driving. Okay, mad. Halal. Yeah, halal is mad meat. To shine, boastful, praise. Okay, to make a fool or make into a fool, to act madly, act like a madman. So it's not mad in the point of I'm mad at you now. Well, they're mad because they were made mad. Two different definitions. Praise, glory, boast. Mad, shine, foolish, fools. Commanded. People got you drunk and told you what to do. Rage. Celebrate. Right, you get drunk when you're celebrating. Give, marriage. Renowned. Yeah, you married yourself to Esau's system. The majority of Africans, they either believe that if you tell them what does God look like, the Christians, there's a white man. As some Muslim Africans in Africa, what does God look like? He's Allah. He looks like an Arab. And you can't get him out of that nonsense. Just like Islam in America, Jake in Islam, you can't. Jake come up talking about their Islamic. You got to forget about them. They're gone. Give me a second. Give me half a second. Just wanted to check something. So mad meaning get you intoxicated, you don't know what's going on, and then they suggest you do this and make you do that. Come on, let's come on back. Not gonna be much longer.
dinner pretty much does not, yield anything but misery, pain, corruption, makes them not really prosper as much as they were promised. But it makes these other devils, the Edomites, prosper. All right, so.
Yeah, any nation, you have any people of different nations that become presidents or whatever, prime ministers or cabinet members. they all been educated by Esau, whether they came to America or there was a American style school in their country. So that's why they all wear suits. Because when they wear, you see them all wearing suits, right? It's very rare you see them wearing their garbs. But you got African prime ministers that dress in them garbs. But at one time you had to wear the suit. You had to be as Europeanized as possible. And they're kind of pushing off of that. They're kind of sobering up.
Let's go from there. Let's go to the first precept I have in Revelation chapter 17.
I already knew he was going to go to that. Because drunkenness also means, fornication also means drunkenness.
And we're going to start at the 5th verse.
Should start at
the point is in 5. And we're just going to go right to the point. Revelation 17 and 5, right? It says, and upon her forehead was a name written. And the her is talking about America, which is synonymous with the harlot. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the world. Of the earth. So same thing as world. And those three phrases, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, each phrase, when you go into the Hebrew numerical value, breaks down to 6. So each one is 6. So there's 3 of them, 666, which is the number of Esau, the number of the beast, the number of the man, the number of these devils. And that's a whole breakdown right there. So what we want to do here is we just want to go straight to the word Babylon to show you where this word Babylon goes back to.
Yeah, and I broke that down. And this is why the people around the world, through their elected officials, presidents, prime ministers, and so forth, members of parliament, which is the MP, members of parliament, which is the equivalent to the American Congress and the Senate, the body of the government. They're going to push that C-hip through their elected officials that have sold out, and they either know what this C-hip is all about, and they deliberately going to cause their people to take it, or they just don't know. They don't know any better. And see, when we say it, we looked at it as being crazy. We don't know what we're talking about. I'm talking about GMS. Because even major One West camps don't even teach it. What major One West camp, former One West camp, teaches that the MOTB is the micro C-hip? GMS. So when it comes, we'll be ready for it. The rest of y'all, including some of y'all Israelite groups, major Israelite groups, you're gonna be shaken up by this thing.
Mystery Babylon. The word there is Babylon, and as you can see here, of Hebrew origin, Babal. Now we come down here, Babylon, confusion, and it goes into the history. But one point that they bring out here, which is good, is allegorically of Rome as the most corrupt seat of idolatry,
and they're right. It is Rome, but it's the second Rome. They're comparing it to Rome, but it is Rome coming back, the deadly wound being healed. Okay, so now let's come over here. Okay, what's the daggone word? Okay, halal, I read. Okay, let me see this. Mad. Let me go to mad. Bring it on back. Whiners philosophies, Democrat, Republicanism, philosophies, Christianity, Roman Catholicism, Islam, Atheists. That's a philosophy. You say, well, I want to have a debate with Christians to show you that God doesn't exist. Well, that's a philosophy. You don't believe in something, you just don't believe in it. You don't have a debate. So drunken, drunk. The word is shakar. To be or become drunk or drunken, be intoxicated. To become, if you're intoxicated behind the wheel, guaranteed you're going to get in a major car accident. To become drunken, to make drunken, cause to be drunk, to cause to be drunk, to make oneself drunk. So that's what they did. They made the world drunk. They said this is the right, this is the good, the perfect way. The democratic system, Christianity, Jesus Christ, whatever. So now when you come here, you got Genesis 9, I'm almost done. Genesis 9 and 21. And he drank of the wine and was drunken. This is Noah, Nawak, which means comfort. And he was uncovered within his tent. You know, he took his clothes off. He was so happy because when he was on the ark, they didn't think they were going to live. And when he landed, he discovered dry land. He, planted a vineyard. He became a husbandman. And he got drunk. He drunk until he got intoxicated. And Ham instead of respecting his father, he dishonored his father. Shem and Japheth and Shem honored the father. That's why they took a sheet and walked backwards. You can't look on the nakedness of your father. And he knew about it. And when you read the rest of the account, when he woke up, he knew about it. The Lord told him, "Look, your son Ham, he was, he making mockery of you." Let me pull out these words, and then I'm gonna close it. It says, "I am come into my Song of Solomon, 5:1. I am come into my garden, my sister, my spouse. I have gathered my myrrh with my spices. I have eaten my honeycomb, which represents the truth, the wisdom, knowledge of the Most High, with my honey." Scriptures speak about honey being part of this word. I have drunk my wine. You sip the wine. With my wine also represents knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. My milk represents, when you come into this as a new creature, a new believer. Eat, because you're eating this word. Eat this roll. Oh friends, drink, drink abundantly. Drink it until you get it. Oh beloved. So we know that this is talking about not food. It's talking about the scriptures. When you're sick, most of the time what brings you back to health is eating good foods. It says, "Stay yourself and one to cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink." So what are our people drunken with and staggering on? Wine. Is it the real wine? No, it's philosophies. Black consciousness they drunk off of that shit. Christianity, start from Roman Catholicism and the various franchises of Christianity: Baptist, Methodist, Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventist, Islam. So there's so many different philosophies out there and ways of life that Jake follows. And when we teach them the truth, they don't want to hear it. So we did our job. We taught them the truth. Tell them whether they hear or forbear. Warn them, so the blood is not on your hand. But not with strong drink. They're drunk off of philosophies. Isaiah 51 verse 21, therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. And what happens when you deal with Jake? They buck up against it. Nah, man, if the white man can't make it, I don't want to be there either. Well, he's drunk. He's out of his mind. You can't talk to him. He's intoxicated. Well, yeah, I believe in the scriptures and all that. I believe in Israel, but I'm also a Moor. You can't be a Moor and an Israelite at the same time. Because you ask any Moor, what is a Moor? Moor goes back to the Moabites. The Moabites are enemies of us, and they're going into captivity. So the Moors don't know what the hell's going on. And I will tread down the people in my anger and make them drunk. This is Yahweh Shai. I got to start from the first verse. In my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. Whose strength is the Yahweh Shai going to bring down? Esau's strength. And they're being made drunk right now. They think they're going to rule the world forever. With that new world order is not going to come to pass. They're going to get as far as chipping 99% of the planet, and that's when the Most High going to act. Jeremiah 25 verse 27, therefore thou shalt say unto them, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, of the armies, the Most High of Israel, drink ye and be drunken, and spew and fall, and raise no more, because of the sword, the missiles, which I will send among you. Now, a lot of these scriptures apply to Israel, but now they apply to Esau. What is that? Amos 9, the first couple of verses. That actually applies to Israel going down, but now it applies to Esau. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Got a couple more. And this is the one that the apostle was in on. 39th verse, Jeremiah 51, and their heart I will make their feast, and I will make them drunken, that they may rejoice and sleep a perpetual sleep, and not awake, saith the Lord. Sleep meaning death. 57th verse, same chapter, and I will make drunk her princess, and her wise men, her captains, and her rulers, presidents, governors, mayors, and all these mayors of these, Jake is not governors, they become mayors. That's one step below a governor. All them Jakes that are mayors that work for high up in government, these prosecutors, I call them persecutors, these lawyers, these Jakes that are in the system, they're not going to make it. They're going to take that micro C hip and they're going to push it too. These actors, we're finding out, man, that all these top celebrities and sports figures, they're all moles, man. And her mighty men, and they shall sleep a perpetual sleep and not awake. You're not going to come back into power, saith the king, whose name is Yahweh of hosts, of the armies. Lamentation 4:21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, because the Edomites are still here, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through thee unto thee, thou shalt be drunken. They're drunken right now. They thinking they're going to go on forever. And shall make thyself naked. Did not Noah make himself naked? And who took advantage of him? Ham, his son. So when this man is naked, we're going to point out his nakedness. Oh, look at his butt cheeks. Look at he got his pee-pee showing. You know? You get drunk at a party and you get naked, you ain't going to want to go around them people no more. You're going to be so embarrassed. So we see that Isaiah 47. We see your nakedness. Nahum 3 verse 11. And you got to read this whole chapter. It's dedicated to America. Thou also shalt be drunken. Thou shalt be hid. Thou also shalt seek strength because of the enemy. Who's the enemy? The number one enemy is Magog. Now, one more scripture. I may read this one too. No, I'm not going to. This is talking about Israel. Habakkuk 2 verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink of philosophies, that putteth the bottle to him, philosophies, and maketh him drunk, philosophies also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. You make Jake eat pork and become a Christian. You force that on him in slavery. You got Jake thinking they're going to get reparations. You got Jake still hoping in this system that they're going to do right. They're not going to do right by you. They're not supposed to do right by you. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one. You can watch this video. Watch the rest of this video. I'm going to watch the rest of the video after I, close this video. With that, I'm going to say shalom.